More about E.L. Cord. Everett Cord is dead at 79. Oh, there's just too much to read. You'll have to Google it and see what he had here. Cord Haven, Cord Facilities. There's Cord Haven in Beverly Hills, I think. Beverly Hills Retreat. There he is, this John Kennedy, right there. E.L. Cord, Senator E.L. Cord of Nevada. This 1937 Cord 812 supercharged Beverly is a very special automobile. It was in the factory in Connersville, Indiana, after production ended. In 1937, Lucius Manning, who was president of the Cord Corporation, was instructed to obtain a car for Mr. Cord. This vehicle was sent to Cord Haven in Beverly Hills, California, and was Mr. Cord's personal car. This automobile has been in the Cord family from new until it was donated to the Auburn Duesenberg Museum, 2007. His own car. You'd think you'd want to drive this stretched, one-of-a-kind limousine. This impressive vehicle is known as E1. It is a prototype for the vehicle that was to replace the Cord L29. When E.L. Cord was looking forward to his next range of vehicles, he ordered a car to be built that was 20 inches longer than the L29. It was originally built with a 16-cylinder engine, which was replaced with another prototype 12-cylinder engine of the same displacement. This vehicle was to have gone into production for the 32 model year. Unfortunately, it was not the right time economically to introduce a vehicle that was bigger than a long-wheelbase Duesenberg, and the program was scrapped. What remains of this idea is one tremendous vehicle that gives us a hint of what might have been. 6,000 pounds, V12 engine, 491 cubic inches. It's huge. It won't even fit into the camera screen. Cord. What a tank. Front-wheel drive. The man was ahead of his time. Trip safety light. You could land an airplane on this hood, it's so long. Wow. 16 cylinders. Whew. I guess 12 was enough. Jump seats. What a beauty. What a beauty. Glistening, one end to the other. We're in the Auburn Duesenberg Museum with beautiful terrazzo Art Deco concrete flooring. We're just looking around. (1933) Auburn 8105 Cabriolet, sold new for $1,295. Final year of production for the Auburn automobile was 1936. The company went out of style, building such beautiful classics as the right-hand drive supercharged Cabriolet. 1936 model 852, supercharged engine, straight 8. Style. What style? Great, great style. Supercharged. Trafficators. This vehicle was sold new in England and equipped with trafficators that pop up to indicate to turn. Supercharged. No running boards. When the Auburn Automotive Company decided to proceed with the 810 Cord project, the goal was to exhibit the new vehicle at the 1936 automobile shows. President Roosevelt requested the shows be moved up to mid-November from the scheduled mid-January dates. This meant that Auburn now only had 7.5 months to get the new Cord ready to exhibit. The Automobile Manufacturing Association only allowed production vehicles to be exhibited. This was defined as a vehicle that had been made in a quantity of at least 100. Auburn attempted to build 100 heated Cords by hand in 116 days. This is one of the hand-built prototypes and is restored as a show car with copper accents. People stood on the tops of other new cars at the shows to get a glimpse of the striking design. 1936 sedan sold new for $19.95. This is the show car, one of the copper accented show cars. Come back to this baby in a second. Let's stick with the low rent stuff. 1930 Auburn. Difficult year. Sales were off 43% because of the depression that had to do with the stock market crash. 1930 Auburn 685, inline 6, $1,095. 1934 model year, drastic redesign. Auburns were lower, wider, and much more streamlined. Production of cars was slow and gaining momentum. Sold new for $945. 1934. Look at the beautiful chrome hinges. Tremendous, tremendous machine work, beauty and style, excellence in restoration. $1929 Auburn 6-cylinder, 680 Victoria, sold new for $1,095. There's those ball crank bumpers again. On the turntable is a car that was owned by a prominent collector for decades. Andrew Adler was a lifetime resident of Millbury, Ohio. He was a passionate car collector whose collection numbered more than 40 fine examples, including many of the great Indiana makes. He was a charter member of the Auburn Duesenberg Museum, the Classic Car Club of America, and the Auburn Duesenberg Club. When he passed away in 2004 at age 89, he left 3 of his treasures to the Auburn Duesenberg Museum: the 1930 Ruxton Roadster, a 30 Cord L29 Cabriolet, and this 1936 Cord convertible coupe. Mr. Adler owned many fine vehicles over the 6 decades that he collected cars, but this Cord was his favorite. He drove that car to the annual reunion in Auburn for decades. There is a likeness of the Cord inscribed on his cemetery monument. The museum is honored to have it in its permanent collection. It's a 36 Cord convertible, V8, 288 cubic inch, supercharger from a 37. Cost new was $2,145. Only 130 such models were produced in 1936. Here's the Auburn Works on 23 acres, farmland. We are right here. There's the front street, and the truck museum is here, and the rest demolished. Vehicle storage demolished. Final assembly demolished. Machine works demolished. Gone. There's the building we're in right now. 78 years later. Another view of the factories. Here's the automobile plant administration building that we're in under construction. Amazing history of automobiles. Display engine built for the 1930 factory showroom. Lycoming 6-cylinder using tanks, airplanes. Genuine original cutaway. Downdraft, or updraft rather, updraft carburetor. Monster timing gears. Top of the line model, the Salon series, to boost lagging sales, 1933, $1,245. Salon 8 sedan. And here's what we come here to the museum for. This stunning Duesenberg was restored by C.W. Bill Bocock, who was an inventor and engineer. Mr. Bocock purchased his first Auburn in the 1930s while in high school. This started his lifelong passion for Auburns, Cords, and Duesenbergs, which he and his wife collected exclusively. This vehicle was a pride and joy of Bill and his wife Martha. After restoring this car, the couple exhibited and toured with it for more than 30 years. It always stood out at shows like a jewel. Mrs. Bocock said, not only is this beautiful car the story of its restoration, ownership, and donation to the museum is a significant one. The Auburn Cord Club presents annually the Bill Bocock Owner Restoration Award to a club member who has performed his own restoration of an Auburn Cord or Duesenberg. This 1930 Model J is powered by a straight 8-cylinder engine that produces 265 horsepower. The Murphy convertible sedan was one of the most popular and stylish bodies built for the Model J. This is the final example of that body style built by the Murphy company for Duesenberg chassis. There were 5 Duesenbergs entered in the Indianapolis 500 in 1930. Peter DiPaolo finished 5th, which was Duesenberg's highest place in the race that year. How much did this car cost new? A lot.